Hello everyone, good evening. Let's see if it is working before we start the stream. Let's go. It is working. Perfect. So let's do something quick before Canyon Clash. Before I forgot to do it live. See if I'm getting lucky. And I just need to put the chat somewhere. And let's go do Mia, because we got a ×2, we got a ×4, we got that, we got gems, we got these, we got very good stuff, right? So I just wanted to do that one quickly, then we'll go do Canyon Clash, and after Canyon Clash we'll do Mia's Fortune, but on the main. So I got half of the good stuff, but I got the ×2 and the ×4 still. Oh man. That's not what I wanted. No ×2, no ×4. That's okay though. That's really okay. We got ×2, ×3. So let's see if we can clear this one and get a bit lucky. But you know, it's still decent on the speed ups. Yeah, nothing amazing except the fire crystal. But ×2, ×3 is actually nice. Okay, ×2. Okay. That's a good start. ×3, and I have one chance out of 3. Top, right, left, top, right, left, left. Oh man, it's terrible. So I won't get like that day 2 at the end of it, so I'm not gonna get anything. So either I restart and I try my luck on the next one a bit, and you know I can open 3 of them and I get it or I don't, and whatever. I'm not gonna buy a pack on my farm to get fire crystals. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 only. That's speed up. So I got a lot of speed up, so that's a start. Let's send my farms and we'll go prep for Canyon. I mean, everything is ready already, but welcome everyone. Welcome. I hope you don't hear the fan too much, let me know, because it's quite warm today. So hey Raiden, let's kick some butts. We have a win to take today. We have an appointment with winning Canyon or getting Crash, we'll see. Hey Lancast, hey Raiden, welcome guys. How are you doing? How is your Saturday going? For me, it was a long day. I'm happy to chill on the computer. Get some fresh water. We have like a good hour and a half together. So we got a bit of Mia's Fortune to do after, and that's it. I've done my bear. I hesitated to keep bear for after Canyon to do it with oh, that's okay. I should have stopped auto joining. So yeah, so very warm day, but happy to chill a bit. And I'll need a tiny bit. I need to wait until I can enter basically. So that's a minute. So I'll try to go back and see if I can snipe a last training mission. So far I've been doing good. Secured probably 2 unless Matty is pushing. Like the other dudes are too much behind, but Matty could push still. I should have secured 2, you know, which is, you know, good rewards. Lot of gems, decent amount of shards, so that's, you know, what I like to see. And I need that rally to stop before I can enter the battle. SVS matchmaking is going on, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'm gonna push very, very hard no matter what happens. I've been saving for 3 months. It's far too long. I need, you know, I need my stuff, my bags to be emptied. Hello everyone, welcome to the new people watching. Welcome. So I have my troops ready for a training mission. I did my infirmary so we can go to the battlefield. We cannot go for sec. And let's do the skin, let's do that one. I don't use it often, but it's kind of not one of the better ones, but one of the decent one, I guess. So we are blue, okay, fair enough. So I'll do the fuel. So that's gonna take a lot of time, guys. I don't think anybody volunteered to do fuel with me, weirdly enough. Very surprising. People don't want to do fuel. I offered the chance for people to do it, so. Yeah, that's actually a good thing if people want to move the bear. Let's see. And can I still appoint someone for fuel? That's Sato and Teddy. Just in case. Just in case if they can help themselves or that. So I'll go middle, I'll split a bit, I'll take care of fuel and we'll see how it goes. Are we winning, are we losing? We don't have a special strategy. Canyon is a mess, and like strategies on Canyon are either complex or not existent, so we go with not existence. And that end up in either, good or bad, so let's see. That's actually one area where I think the only ever strategy, the strategy I've seen for that event are like far too complex for most alliances. You need to be on voice and stuff. Most people don't care to do that. So let's see how it goes. I'm making points here, which is very good. I'll go a bit more here actually, advance. I need to take care of fuel, but I just want to put my troop here. So we don't really have many people. So let's put the big ones. Webster. So we'll get a lot more soon, so that's gonna be okay. So far there are not many people here, so I'll split a bit. When we're here, I'll start to split a bit my troops. So we got a lot, so let's do everyone that's let's do by power for now, so people and we'll adjust as we go. So usually you don't want, all your marches at the same buildings. That's usually not really a good strategy for points. Okay, we don't have more fuel. Not yet. So this one can advance actually. Okay, now I'm fighting. I should have advanced. That was a big mistake. So let's give. I'm a bit lower than some. Who is low? Skift is low. Let's give to everyone. We are not many in the battlefield right now, so giving fuel is gonna be quite easy so far. Here we want to go here with one of the hero, and then we'll want to move here with the other ones. Oh, I cannot yet. I've not captured it, so let's go here then. So we have a lot of 45k, so who is a bit below on fuel? Some for you, mate. So if you ever wondered our fuel is done, you are at the right spot. That's not the most interesting thing, but I've been used to do that for many months, so that's fair enough. So here they're gonna go. Yeah, I'm making a decent start. I'll go some here and fight a bit everyone. So when you have a red dot, that means that you have a spot available, and that means you can give it to someone, and I'll give it to... why not? So I could have left, but someone is coming, so I'll try to be the one fighting them, and hopefully they are not stronger. So yeah, I'll kick their butt, so that's giving me points, and then I'll start to invade. But you see someone else is coming here as well, so I'll just wait. I'll be the one fighting them anyway. So here the yellow are pushing a bit. So I'll send my third march. And here I'll be fighting. Here, how is it going? So people are going here. So if I can... Okay. That was a mistake. I should not have done that. Yeah, I'll get some decent points. They are not that strong, so I've yet to find like very strong players. I'm not sure where they are. So far, I'm not seeing like big dudes, right? 1 million. I'm stronger than most of these folks, so that's gonna look good. That dude that seems to be very strong. Ofa Mango and Ofa Serg, they are killing people, so I'm capped. So let's do Sato. Sato is actually very low. That should have changed a long time ago. Raiden is kind of low as well. So you basically want to swap people, right? For the 45k. 45k is purple and 15k is blue. I really wish they make that a lot easier to read. It's really a nightmare, So should I... So see, they have some strong people coming in. So some people might be able to come here, basically, because there are more than 5. So I just want to see if, if I'm needed here. They'll probably move buildings, like it's a bit stupid to stay 9 inside here, when you could actually go, but maybe it's because there are 11 of us, so they are stuck. No, okay, they can. So let's see if Para is a strong dude. I'll try to defend. How am I doing in this one? I'm kind of weak. I'm gonna die, not against him, but I'm gonna die later. And here I'm probably smashing people because they are kind of weak. This dude is strong, so that's giving me points. So far it's kind of a chill start. Swordfish is good, so let's see who needs love and fuel. Kratos. Let's go, mate. For me, I don't need any. It's kind of chill for me so far, so... And if you look at income, we are slightly ahead, but that does not really matter at that stage. So blue is pushing, red, sorry. So for me, if I'm dying here, I'm not. And am I able to go here? I really wish to free that because if you change building, it's refreshing your power as well, so they are not dying. So if I could just leave and come here, that would be amazing. But I went back to... Okay, I'm dead. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So I'll go somewhere. They might go here, or they'll capture this one and they'll push here or here. So I'm going a bit behind because that's definitely lost. And here, like, it's easy points so far. That's really good. You know, when you can, that's not really good for ranking somehow, but when you get stuck in a building and you smash people, that's one of the best way to make points. It's just like there are a lot of people, so you battle very slowly, basically. Sato, let's give you some fuel. Here it's not really interesting, so I'll go here. I'll go here with 2 marches and I'll split because they are yellow and red, so that's gonna be okay. Why Kratos lost the 45k? We gave it, I don't know, we lost the building somehow. Daria is a bit low. Salut CMT, bienvenue. Bienvenue. Welcome to all of you guys, girls, whoever. So far it's kind of chill, so feel free to ask any question you want about, guides, games. I made a lot of guides this week, it's an important topic, so if there are any follow-up questions, clarification, please do ask. I'm working on the Discord as well, but that's gonna take me a little bit. That's a lot of work to set up to be, secured for everyone and with like relevant information and fun. So Oak Moon, yes, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Yeah, someone tagged me in the French. I don't really look at Discord, to be honest. I don't really watch it. But if someone is tagging me, I'm happily joining. I'll go back to yellow. That's gonna be good enough. And let's see who needs a bit of fuel. Patron is low. So here it's gonna be okay, they're kind of weak. Here it's still happening, they're kind of weak, so I'm making points here. Here I'm kind of moving, so let's see. Somehow someone is coming, but maybe I'm a bit low. No, I'm the first of the... Oh no, Ikiwak is before me, so we're gonna fight a bit, but I'm not sure if it's really interesting. Daria got enough, so I'll give to Farkad and I'll move. I'll give her some back. So I don't know why, but it's very, very gentle start. It's not a mess for fuel, our territory is not being destroyed. So, yeah. That pedal is kind of strong, so that's something to pay attention to, but I think I can go here. Oh no, I cannot. Cannot anymore. I wish I could. So here we will start to lose, but red is kind of weak, right? And red is actually ahead, so maybe their stronger players are around, because at that side they are kind of weak for us. And if you look at Farkad is crushing it, yeah, Deus Forever is. These two players are very strong and they might be pushing on the yellow side actually. That's probably why it's quiet for us. If we don't have their big dudes. So I'm gonna make a little point, but I'm gonna lose my third march, right? That I should kill that dude and then let's see how it goes, but these guys are kind of decent. Are decently strong. Let's go into yellow territory. So far it's kind of equal. What we care about is that that's in 4 minutes. Where do we need help? That's okay, that's secured. That's actually secured. Triptych and Kratos are decently, like, they are good. They are strong. They are strong. So let's go and, you know, mess a bit with the... Oh, Serg is here. But he'll kind of look weak. So let's try to make points. Like, there are people to destroy. That's a good march. That's my second march. It's decent. That's my fucking... Rally stats. So I made a video actually this week about it. And hey, okay, it's Oakmoon. I was like, that's someone else. non, j'ai fait une vidéo cette semaine dessus. Ouais, ça dépend ce que tu appelles les stats de rallye, mais moi ce que j'appelle les stats de rallye, c'est comment le jeu il arrive à ça, quoi. So yeah, so the video was not about rally itself, but more about how the stats are working, and then rally itself is a bit of a different topic, and actually I don't think I made one. You're right, and that's a simple, that kind of a simple video to make. But you, like, on rally, you will find plenty of good videos already. I don't think I can add much to what was said and done by other people already. These are kind of straightforward. It's actually not that complicated. So let's go back here. That lane was working quite a bit. This one is available in 2 minutes, so I need eventually to try to either lose a march, yeah, like that one, and I'll go close by and I'll try to get it, and I'll go and defend yellow. If you have specific question about rallies, we can kind of talk about it today if you want as well. You don't have to wait for a video. Just need to know kind of what are the question or the part that you don't understand yet, and you're like, okay, I like to get a clarification on. And you know, if you understand English, it's better for everyone else. If you want French, I can do French as well if it's easier to understand. Because I don't have an English or American accent, I have my good, you know, thick French accent, so that I'm not gonna lose, I think. So when you join a rally, there is something that's going on, is the first 4 joiners and the highest skill, so you know, will share the first exploration skill with the rally leader, right? So you know, if you use Molly, then you will share a stun. If you use Patrick, you will share health. If you use Jesse, you will share damage and stuff like that. So there are many different options there. But overall, what works best is Patrick, because it's basically increasing health, and that's one of the most important stats in the game, particularly for infantry. So that means that your rally will be basically more tanky and will be able to take a lot more damage, and troops will be able to survive longer. So, and these 4 buffs they stack, so just you're probably familiar with that, but I just need to lower the mic a bit so I see the bottom of my screen. Let's just see very quickly. Oh yeah, there is no mission to take. Someone refresh. So the first expedition kill, right, is always that one, the top right one. So you see, like, she's reducing enemy attack, so that's not bad, right? But Patrick is doing health up, increasing health. The only issue is, like, you don't see Patrick. That the only thing you don't see in reports is actually the heroes that are buffing the rally leader. So there are 4 heroes that will share their skills with the rally leader, which are the first 4 joiners, and highest skill. So I assume that means that if if you're number 5 and your number 2 has a level 4 skill, then level 5 skill of player number 5 joining the rally will be taken into account. So you have 4 skills shared with the rally leader. And people try, what it used to be called Wallis Bokan, but they changed the name. It reduces damage. You basically, like for defense, you have health up or some variation of reducing damage. And somehow with the game, the way the game works, and we don't really we don't understand it all, but health is better basically. That's simple as that. It can look like that damage will be better, but health is better. So somehow. So that's a lot of testing from people from old states basically. And they all came to the same conclusion: health is better by far. Does it help? Should I, does it bring, does it makes you have more questions, or does it kind of clarify stuff? It's not testing I've done myself, to be really honest with you. That's been said and used for so many years now. I mean, the game is 2 years old, so but that was tested from so different many alliances in so many states that that's something I did not care to double check myself, because that seems to be evidently the case, even from the most serious alliance and stuff. That's the way they play most of the time. So defense, you want kind of defensive stats as well, because you could have the rally leader could have widgets that will increase health, for example, or defense. So you will stack defense because you want to soak more than one rally often. You want to be able to handle more than one rally, and that's if your troops survive and killing the other one. Sometimes they say offense is the best defense, but in this game often it's not offense the best defense. You go for defense. That's what I was thinking for a long time, right? Three heroes giving you health up, for example, so 75% health, plus someone giving you 20% damage reduction. But we don't know the damage troops do. You kind of get it by the amount of injured troops, but you don't really get the amount of damage. And somehow, even stacking damage in most games, right? I play Diablo 4, I play Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, I play Path of Exile. These kind of games, often survivability of your character depends on stacking damage reduction, right? So the more damage reduction you have, because when you go from 60, let's say you have three, whichever, there are plenty of heroes that are doing 20% damage reduction. So you have 3 of them: Wallis Bokan, Sergei, any of these basically. You have these dudes in your rally. You have 3 of them. So let's assume they stack. So you have 60% damage reduction. So you take up 40% damage, right? So if you add up 20% reduction, it's not 20% reduction you are gaining, because you are taking left 40% damage reduction. So 20 is half of 40. So you are cutting the last damage you are taking, but half with the 4th hero, right? So for me, on paper, as I don't understand how Sergei or Patrick can be better than that, right? For 80% damage reduction, if it stacks properly, and I'm not sure about the maths, how it works for the damage reduction. I never looked into it too much. But if it was working that way, I don't understand how it's not better than Patrick. But testing and experience said that Patrick is a lot better. I mean, quite better actually. I just think the damage reduction is not stacking the same. So it could be that, that's something I need to test more and to... Can you tell me when in Canon we have to make a retreat? I never tried, Raiden. I'm actually not sure what it means. I don't know if you go back to the beginning. Maybe it's to save, to optimize a bit your travel, but I actually never use the retreat button. I've seen it earlier and I was actually don't know what that button is doing. I actually need to see and test it for myself at some point. I just need to swap a bit people because the WO is okay and Patron is not, and then Triptych is not, and that dude is maxed. Daria is low. So if someone knows what the retreat button does, I'll try otherwise. But I think it might just put you back to put you back to the base or something like that, right? So who needs a lot? Let's go for you, Skifney. Let's give it to you. Yeah, we are not that many. I think that we have quite a few people that are not showing up. Could that look like? How many? We are 17. I did not check how many people we registered, but it feels like that's slow unless we did the same as combatant. Yeah, 23 we registered. Okay. So that's Canyon Clash. So I don't know when it's available actually in the game anymore, but you probably have it Gen 3 or something if you don't have it now. Gen 3 or 4 maybe. It felt very weird when they first released it and they did the teaser, and I was like, that seems to be a shitty event. It's actually quite fun. It's actually I enjoy it a lot more than Foundry, to be honest. Because you have something to do for the whole hour. Foundry, you know, at some point you either win or lose, and so often you know after 5 minutes, and then so it's, you know, it's 35 minutes, it's 55 minutes of suffering, or just, you know, just knowing you win. This one is like a lot more. You have 3 marches basically. You start here, you start in a corner, right? There are teams starting on the right, on the left, and on the right, and you have lanes, and you can move your troops from building to building. And you know, you have bigger buildings to capture, and then you have a big one in the center that you can fight for the last 20 minutes, right? So it's opening in 11 minutes from now, the frozen citadel, and you know, and basically you fight, and you know, you fight against other players, and the way the fighting system works is like a queue system, right? So you see like Tulip is fighting the WO, then if Tulip wins, they will go at the bottom of the queue, right? See, they'll go at the bottom of the queue, and then the next fight is Nubu versus Kratos, and then it will be the WO versus Tulip again. And people go at the bottom of the queue on both sides when they win, and if you lose, you start from the beginning, like me, like I'm dead. I start from the beginning. I have to heal, and then I have to send back a march, right? And so you kind of fight like that for an hour, and it's actually one of the best events somehow. CMT, tu comprends l'anglais ou faut que je te réexplique en français, dis-moi. Je peux le faire en français aussi si tu veux. Je t'ai juste expliqué en anglais, mais c'est possible que si, voilà, que ce soit pas ce qu'il te fallait. Il n'y a pas de souci avec ça. C'est un mode de jeu qui s'appelle Canyon Clash. Here okay, so I need to move after, so I kind of refresh my march. Ok, donc je te le refais en français. Donc ça s'appelle Canyon Clash. Donc je sais pas quelle génération tu es, mais si tu l'as pas, tu dois l'avoir bientôt. C'est quand même, à moins que tu sois vraiment nouveau, c'est pas. Ça fait quand même longtemps que nous on l'a. T'as 3 camps. Tu te bats en fait. Tu commences ici, Iceguard Bastion, et t'as trois marches. T'as 3 marches, et tes marches, tu les envoies de bâtiment en bâtiment en fait pour capturer des bâtiments. Donc tu vois là, je vais envoyer une marche qui va se balader. Celle-là, elle est là. Celle-là, elle va où? Celle-là, je voulais la mettre là. Je vais aller où? Je vais aller là. On va aller là, on va voir ce qui se passe. Donc tu as tes 3 marches, elles se baladent. Et en fait, quoi que tu fasses dans le jeu, tu as besoin de fuel, d'essence. Quand tu captures un bâtiment, tu peux récupérer de l'essence. Donc tu vois là, j'assigne le bâtiment à quelqu'un et ça lui donne de l'essence par minute. Donc là, 60 000 d'essence par minute, 45 000 d'essence par minute, 15 000 d'essence par minute. Donc quand tu te déplaces, ça te coûte de l'essence. Quand tu restes tes troupes, ça te coûte de l'essence, etc. Et le but du jeu, c'est de se battre. Et quand tu te bats, tu as deux files d'attente. Et tu as le joueur 1 de la file d'attente qui se bat contre le joueur 2 de la file d'attente. Si tu perds, bah, tu vas au cimetière, entre guillemets, tu recommences au début, faut utiliser de l'essence pour refaire venir ta troupe ou attendre. Et si tu gagnes, tu vas à la fin de la file. Donc s'il y avait 10 joueurs ici, bah, celui-là il va gagner. Ah non, il va perdre. Donc il serait allé à la fin, tu vois, Sato il est allé à la fin de la file et puis ça se bat un par un. Comme ça, tu te bats un par un. Et tu captures les bâtiments. Quand il n'y a plus de joueurs en face, tu captures le bâtiment et après tu peux te déplacer. Tu vois, là on a gagné. Donc mon Maedit, je peux l'envoyer ici par exemple. Et je suis tranquille. Là, j'ai un héros qui fait rien, il n'y a personne qui se bat, bah, je peux l'envoyer ici, par exemple. Et voilà. Donc, je sais pas si ça t'aide. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Hey, Wao. I'm not sure. But it's going decent, right? You see, we are winning a tiny bit. We don't have really strong opponents so far. I did not really come across. Like, Farkad is, killing it. We are not though killing it after him, but Triptych is doing good, I'm doing decent, we are kind of all behind. We have the most points, but often what matters is getting the citadel at the end of the event, so we'll see how it goes. But so far it's often because I guess our bigger players, they are not registering anymore. Because when we have Canyon, we have it once a month, and because it's SVS matchmaking today, our biggest well, they removed their hero gear and they are not playing with their hero gear for the day. So some of them actually skip Canyon, and actually the two biggest well actually did skip Canyon. Two of our biggest well did that. So yeah, just because we have SVS matchmaking and we want to have the weakest opponent we can destroy. Oakmoon, we don't really know. I mean, maybe some people know. I don't. To be transparent with you, I understand that it depends a bit on the fight. What I know about turns, it's a turn-based game, right? So that's something I want to kind of explore a bit more at some point. But I don't really know players that know that for sure, and the devs, they are not having clear information as far as I know. But it could be on some of the longer guides on the official Discord, because for a long time, I did not I did not really learn combat. I'm doing that more because I started YouTube, but I was free to play, very low spender, 20 euro per month or something for a very long time. So combat was things that for the whales. So I really focused on understanding every other aspect of the game, and I left combat to the whales because I could not do everything basically, and I made a lot of written guides for my alliances and help people with stuff. And combat, I was kind of like, yeah, it's a whale stuff. I don't need to know about it. Whales in my alliance used to be very knowledgeable about it, so I was not really stressed or concerned about it. So now I'm kind of catching up, but there are things I don't know yet. But of course, it's turn-based system. I don't know if all troops are attacking together or if they are attacking one by one. We know that in some events, troops are attacking one by one. So for example, in Crazy Joe, you know that infantry are attacking first, then lancer, then marksman, because basically, if you have enough infantry in Crazy Joe, you kill all the troops with just infantry, and the other troops are not making any points. So basically, lancers and marksmen are not making any points on Crazy Joe, and if infantry are not killing everything, you start to make points with lancers, but you don't with marksmen. So on Crazy Joe, we know for sure. On other events, it's either the same or different, and we are not it's not super clear. But definitely turn-based for some of it. We are getting a bit bothered by these guys. So let's go here, and let's see if I need some fuel. Trigger. So let me catch up on your message as well. Attack, then defense, one fighter class after another. Yeah, it's not super clear. It's not super clear to me. If you know someone that knows, I'm very interested, but the reports and the game basically don't tell you. So, you have to kind of make testing on that. And I'm not sure what will be the best way. but the best way would probably to do like Crazy Joe. So, you know, having an opponent you will smash, you know, sending like, you know, you pick 2 players, you pick a very strong march for yourself, and the other is attacking you, for example, with a weaker march. And you see if, you know, let's say you have 200k infantry and a tiny bit of lancers, you know, and if lancers are doing any damage at all. And if so, that means they all attack together, and if not, that means that's probably only infantry. So that could be tested, actually. It's not too bad to test. I could actually test it with my farm, I think. But I'm actually not sure. Like, that part of the game is... That's why, you know, and not about combat, because about combat, you know, I did not really looked into it that far yet. But when I started guides on event, that was for that kind of reason. It's because all the guides were terrible, so... Everyone, you know, there was no good guides on events. So I probably make some of the best guides on events compared to anybody else. That's where kind of I spend the most time learning and understanding the ins and outs of the game. But, you know, I'll learn as I go. Especially with your question, it really helps, you know. Like, there are things I'm not thinking of looking into sometimes. And if you guys have questions about it, then it kind of forces me to do some research. So middle is 3 minutes. F is going here. So F is super strong, and he just came in the battlefield, so that will be very good for us. He was a bit late. Middle 2 minutes 30. Yeah, he needs fuel, and I did not give him, but I'll be able to give him some. I'll actually give him the big one, because he really needs fuel and he's fighting a lot. Where is he? That's one of the issues I have with that UI. It's like people are changing spots all the time. It's insane. Like, it drives me crazy. They should make it on power or something. I don't know. It should not move, right? There is no reason for it to move all the time. So we have one spot, and you know, the spots available are never the same as well, so it's kind of always a headache. Is someone missing fuel? Yeah, we have so little people in compared to the amount of building. That's actually easy to do. Triggers are used to calculate the number of turns. We divide the number of triggers by 3 and the number obtained in the number. You lost me, man. I'm not very good at math, and like my brain is not good at visualizing things, right? So it's if it's abstract, my brain stops working somehow. So we can, if we put it on paper, that should be okay. I'm not the worst at mathematics, but I'm not. It's not my biggest strength, let's say. Who is for billion? So middle is nearly there. Do I have a march that is doing okay? Maybe from here. So the way it works to capture a building is, I'll show it in a minute. So that's really important to understand. I'll do it French, English. 7. Okay, so will we be able to kick his butts before? Maybe not. It will be close. But we are kind of in a good spot, right? 1, 2, let's go. So for me, I'll revive and then I'll start to go here. So we want to kind of defend these 2 spots to never be cut from middle. So the way it works, right? There are 15 monsters. And the alliance that will capture it is the... 40 billion is Farkad. Yeah, Farkad is a beast. He starts to be really, really strong. So that will be... It's gonna go to red, basically. Red will be able to... They will get middle because they are the one killing the last monsters. Even if there are more of us and we look stronger, they will be the one getting middle. So we know middle will go to red. So ce que je disais, c'est que pour capturer un bâtiment, quand tu auras le truc, la capture du bâtiment se fait, c'est pas l'alliance la plus forte, etc. C'est fait par l'alliance qui tue le dernier monstre. Ça, c'est un monstre. Donc l'alliance qui tue le dernier monstre, c'est rouge. Alors pourtant, on est plus... Ah, on n'est pas plus que, mais on est plus fort. On n'est pas plus, mais on est plus fort. Donc ça dépend pas de qui est le plus, par exemple, ou qui est le plus fort. Ça dépend de qui tue le dernier monstre, tout simplement. Donc c'est comme ça que ça marche. Yeah, so it's very strong. For me, like if you look at today, I have 20% buff plus pets plus 10% buffs on the other ones, and that's my power. So I'm not, you know. Sorry, I put the bottle in the mic. I'm not streaming every Saturday. I do stream when there is an event. So I'll stream Foundry tomorrow evening, for example. I'll stream, I don't know, maybe SVS next time. Maybe I'll stream a bit of SVS, because I'll push for SVS. I've been saving for 3 months in SVS. So my bags are full. My bags are like... I have so much things in my bag that I want to use, so I might stream some or I'll make videos, you know. Like it will be spending spree from a low spender, so it's gonna be 200 euro, not 20,000 euro or dollars from the big spenders. But so I don't stream. I don't have a fixed schedule. I stream when there is an interesting event, because my weekend it depends, you know. Like tonight I could have been with family. Eventually, that was eventually an option. But we decided to go to a birthday of friend which finished sooner, so I'm basically home instead. Well, I could have used dismiss, but it was too late. So we're gonna get middle. I'm gonna leave 1 March middle. It's gonna be bad for points, but I don't really care anymore. The rewards for points are not that good. So based on events, so what I usually stream Tuesday evening when we have Frostfire Mine and Bear. So Bear for us is 5:30, so 7:30 for France, if you are from France. So 7:30 on Tuesday, so every 2 weeks when we have Crazy Joe and Bear and Frostfire Mine. No, we don't have Crazy... Do we? I forgot. Yeah, we have Crazy Joe and Frostfire Mine. We don't have Bear that day. So that I stream. I try to do Foundry and Canyon as much as possible. I try to do SVS Battle as much as possible. I try to do Tyrant as much as possible. So any kind of important event where, you know, we can play and chill. Because otherwise, you know, and we'll see, right? We'll see. If the community grows and the chat is busy, and you know. Because often, if there is no event, sometimes there are no people speaking for half an hour or something, so it's a bit boring to stream, and there is nothing to do in the game, and people are just watching. That are, you know, people from my alliance that, you know, play at the same time and they don't really need to talk to me on YouTube. We're in the same alliance, right? So, but you know, as the community grows and as the stream are more and more active, then there are more reasons to do them outside of events as well. So I could totally be doing them outside of events too. It's just like right now, some streams are a bit quiet so far. So I'm trying to manage to, you know, to have something to do myself, and, you know, something interesting, and, you know, create a space for you guys to ask questions, and yeah. So I'm 948. So 948. I don't know if I can show you from here. I cannot from here, but if you want to find me, I'll show you my cards or stuff if you want to whisper me as well. So our middle is going. Middle is... I don't have a troop middle, so I'll go middle. So F is actually very low, so let me... Where is F? Did he leave the battlefield? Maybe he left the battlefield, that's weird. I don't see him, I don't. So yeah, gaming, chill, Q&A, whatever. You know, it's a time for us to have a chat, to talk to each other. So that's gonna go middle. Here it's gonna make points. They are not very strong, they are actually very weak, so I'm gonna make a lot of points. And I just need to sort out the fuel. So Raiden got a bit. So the end of the battle is a bit more dense, a bit more tense for fuel. Even if we have a lot. How is Farcad? Farcad is okay. There are no wall of failure, wall of. I mean, the only one that you have later, it's a bit of a different thing, like, but Hall of Fame, but that's for massive spender, right? It's like an event that's called Frozagon Tyrant that you get in Gen 7, so you know after a good year and few months playing the game, and you get the history of who is winning it, practically, right? And that's every 2 to 3 months event. It's a big battle on Sunday. We had the first one last Sunday we had the first one. But it's like for people that spend, 100k, 200k in the game, right? That's for that kind of people. Everybody else, you don't really have a chance. There is no point trying if you are not that kind. You can support, have fun, make point, get reward, but like to win it, you have to be that kind of spender. But some people should start again. I started again. I started in 422. I played until Fire Crystal 2. Was not terrible. I did not lose too many troops, but I just played other games that were similar to this one. And on these other games that are similar to this one, you have to upgrade all buildings before you go to the next to the next level of buildings, right? You don't have to rush to the max level. And in Whiteout Survival, you have to rush to Furnace 30. That's the best thing you have to do, and you have to do it smartly. But that's the best thing to do, is to rush. That's why I made a video about it, and a guide that I think that's really important for everybody that is new is called Rush to Furnace 30. That's the most important guide I can ever make for new players, I think. So I took my time, I upgraded all building until Furnace, 24, 25, and then I was just behind too much. So I was like, it's not fun. So let's use Dismiss. And Dismiss, you will lose your troop, you dismiss, but they can be revived at the... Okay, so they die. They basically die. So you have to revive and it's costing fuel. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We don't even need to stay middle. They cannot go middle. If we go on the side, they cannot go middle. So we just need to be careful not to lose middle, right? That would be very stupid of us. I'll give it to myself for now. I'll remove it from F. I'll give it to Wu, but he got it. Daria is low. So I'm actually talking more to the guy that I'm doing the fuel, which is not always good for everyone. Raiden is low. How long did you use to play to become better? For me, it became... I've been gaming for 20 years, right? So a mobile game is quite simple in many ways. Some things we don't know, but it's like, for me, it's so surprising. Like, some things are very surprising. Like, if you look at games I'm playing, I played World of Warcraft competitively, seriously. I played Warcraft. I played that kind of games. Now I don't play that much, that seriously anymore. But everything is figured out. Like, people are testing, understanding, breaking the game, knowing, they understand the game in and out and all of that. Whiteout Survival, people have no clue how it works for so many of them, and it's so hard to find information about how it works. So sometimes it drives me crazy. It's like, how can this game be 2 years old and people don't understand shit about the game? I'm like, it makes no sense to me. Also, yellow is going really, really strong. Okay, so we need to be a bit careful here. So they push middle. So we need to be careful because red is pushing and they are pushing big. So I'll go with my faster march and I'll speed it up a bit. And here, what can I do? I can defend the yellow a bit. I can help here. And this one, where is it? It's kind of on the offense, so that I need to... Oh, it's dead, so that's good. I'm kind of... I just need some fuel to be able to help a bit. So that's kind of messing up our fuel income as well. So I need to be careful. I'll get to your question in a sec, just checking a bit fuel because that's we have people running low and that's not good. And I'm the one fixing it, so ooh, okay. So that's okay, that's better. Sato is max, so who needs fuel? Raiden needs fuel. I mean, it's not that hard, right, to master. The issue with that game is, like any mobile game, it's not that game in particular, but it's a pay-to-win game. So if you don't pay to win, you can do whatever you want, you're not gonna be strong. The way it worked for me, so I started on 4-2-2, I made many mistakes, I was behind too much, basically. It was not terrible, but I was just behind a bit too much. To my taste, so I was like, I'm too weak, it's hard to, to kill people in Foundry, it's hard to do many things. I was like, I don't really enjoy that much. So I started over on 6-6-5, played perfectly, to be honest. Like, I nearly played perfectly, used my gem well, rushed to Furnace 30, did everything. I spent tiny bit of money to be like Furnace 30 on the right timing, did all of it, and I was still in the top 60 of my state, and I played nearly perfectly as a tiny spender, right? $20-30 euro a month. And that was playing perfectly and knowing the game because I was playing for 5-6 months already. So I knew the beginning of the game. I didn't know everything about the game, but I knew the first, up to Fire Crystal 5. I knew the game very well. And understood the priorities and what to do. And I have made some mistakes still, but, they were not like anywhere close to the one I've made initially. That's really, made me kind of being behind too much. So yeah, so it's money. The issue is money. So that's something to understand. And a whale is, 3, 4, 5K a month of spending. That's kind of that level of spending. If you spend 500 euro a month, you're not gonna be a whale. You could be decent if you make good choice about your money, if you spend smart, but you're not gonna be a whale. So that's something to understand as well. Like, spending is crazy on mobile gaming, and that's not this game, that's all these type of game. So how are we doing? We are not doing good at all. We are not doing good at all. We need to get the fuck here. We need to get to middle very, very quickly, and we need to get to this spot very, very quickly. So that's a lot better, because what can happen here is like their whales can spend gems to speed up the battles and to basically destroy all of us. So one thing that could happen in that game mode, right, is like middle is accessed by these 6 points, 2 points on each side. So if people cut you from your access and they full load the middle, then they can basically heavily attack. So middle, if you is keeping middle until the end of the battle. Basically, middle is giving you 50k points. So for us, it's quite simple. You know, if we have middle, we cannot lose. And if they take middle and they are closing the gap here, they can win us. So we need to make sure we never lose middle, and we cannot lose that. As simple as that for us. So I'll send all my march to middle. I don't care about my ranking anymore. I'm 13, that's okay. So sorry, I got a bit distracted. So maybe I missed one of you or two of your questions, Oakmoon. So let me know if something is kind of hanging or not. It's over in 5 minutes, then it will be a bit chill, and then I'll be able to kind of focus a bit more. I need to remember that we have some new members that are big fighters, like Triptych is actually in need of a lot of fuel. He's very active, so that's really good. So I need to give him more fuel next time, because he kind of was not able to contribute as much as he wanted because he was lacking fuel. So yeah, that's a one. It seems to be an easy one. I'll give you my spot. Yeah, Sato took it. That's very good. That's better than I have it. Because I'm in position. We got the map. We got the points. Nobody can beat us. We kept middle and we destroyed them. So it was close, but. Okay, so that's good. We don't always win that event, but that's good. That's a easy win. It's not the rewards are a bit low, I find, on Foundry and Canyon, to be honest. For the effort it takes and the amount of gems and buffs and stuff people use, we could have a tiny bit more. I think that would be good. But yeah. We basically decided to go on the offense, right? Everybody left. So, but we still have, we still have Sato. We still have the F. That is third March, so it's 2.5 million with this third March. First March is 3.4, but I think I don't know if he has all the buff then, because Farcad was stronger, so I'm not sure F have all the buffs. But we have Webster, we have people in it, so that will be good. That's a win. That's a clear win. So that's something to know as well. When you register in events, often if you tag at 30 people, it's a lot harder matchup somehow. If you don't tag with full teams, it's actually a lot easier most of the time. So let's go here, try to get some points, but I don't think we can make it into the top 10. And the nicer rewards are top 10 for the frame, but I got like 10 of them, or I don't know. But the difference between top 10, top 20 is not really important. Top 50, between 21 and 50 start to be a lot less. That would be not really interesting, but it's not that easy to be top 20. It's a lot harder to be top 10. And the reward, the difference is not huge, to be honest. So what matters is really being the first alliance and winning. That's what, that gives you the most of that event. Which we did today, so we have middle, everything is secured. So Legion 2, they had a very unbalanced match apparently. I did not pay attention, but people were complaining that it's our weaker. Legion 2 is our weaker team, right? So they don't have the whale, they don't have the big players often, and they fought with people that were 4 billion, in power. So they got crushed basically, which was not really fair for them. So see what we got. So personal reward, we got 18k because we won, I guess. Yeah, that's the. Let me check later. I forgot actually it works. I never pay attention to these things. I just take it all and I buy it in the store. So we are first, so that's my contribution. You know, that's kind of where people are. These have been very good. They fought a lot. That's very good. Sato Patron were kind of close to each other. Sato is quite stronger. But that's all good. Let's get it. Yeah, so that's the personal reward for ranking. So you always want to basically do your minimum points, right? In Foundry or in Canyon, the more points you make, the more rewards you have, and that depends based if your alliance is, you know, 1, 2, 3, third, you know. But because we are the first alliance, and that's decent, you know, that's actually really decent. If you add that up, plus the alliance, it's actually not bad. Foundry is worst, to be honest. But that's for tomorrow. So let's see what we can do in the store. What do we buy in the Canyon store? 21k. So for me, the thing that I'm no question asked is nowadays is the charms. I'm so lagging behind on the charms, so I really need charms. Then the other one I could do, but that's very little, but that's 8. That's not too bad. But I need a lot of XP. I really need a lot of XP. So I'm actually gonna do something weird. I'm gonna go for pets, wild marks, and I'm gonna go for XP. That's not what I would recommend to most players to do, right? If you are free to play, low spenders, you will likely want to get the designs, so you get out of your blue, purple, hell, chief gear kind of situation. But for me, that's what makes the most sense this time. GG Raiden, good job, mate. We did a very good job. We played well. Yeah, essentially, I mean, these games, they were, you know, if you look at what did the other one I played, but 6, 7, 8 years ago, Rise of Kingdoms, and I think that was not the first one, right, from Lilith. Rise of Kingdom, how is it called? The Lost Crusade, right? It was a very similar game in many ways, and I don't think it was the first of its kind, and that was already crazy money. So the mechanics of this game are very well understood from, you know, how to make you spend. So that's, you know, that's just the way it is. That's life in video game. That's people's jobs to make you spend. So, and they are good at it. So. And that's just their profit, right? So, but they operate usually. These, you know, these kind of businesses are very, they have very high margins. When the game, and Whiteout is successful. Whiteout is actually a very successful game. It's in the top, you know, top 5, top 10 of many stores, and so it's doing very, very well. So we'll do a bit of. I try to get another mission before I go to bed, but that's 10 p.m. for me, so I'm not gonna be too long, and I'll need to see what is the lady doing. So let's see. So I have a ×2 and I have shit things basically. I have a bit of speed ups, so I'm not gonna spend more. I'll click 5 times and, you know, and we hope for the best. But 3rd time we got it, so that's really good. That's a very good start. Already happy with it. This one is actually a lot better. We got some good gems. That's VIP point for me. I really want to rush VIP 12, so that's actually very. It's not very good. It's better. No, I find this game quite good. It slows down a lot, you know, with time, but that's, you know, if you played other games, you kind of know about that, I guess, at some point. Do I want to try a ×2 on something nice? Let's do it. Oh man. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, enjoy. Thank you for being there. And, you know, feel free to come and ask, you know, anything or PMs or wherever you find me. And thank you for the chat and being here, and enjoy the day. If the sun is shining for us, it's like not shining anymore. I took like sun all day, so I was outside all day. So I had enough. That's not that good as well, you know, ×2 and some XP. Let's hope to get lucky. So, you know, we kind of get lucky so far. That's actually why I like Mia's Fortune. It feels to me that most of the time I'm lucky. And what I care to do is basically go here, right? Unlock these two, and that's good enough, and try to get Fire Crystal along the way. That's not really good as well, so we're gonna do 5 times max, and 6 if we get the ×2 on number 5. All of that suck. So ×2, so we have 1 out of 5 chances to get it. Which one should I pick, guys? Do you have a top left, middle right, bottom left, bottom right? What should I do? So we did armament competition. Foundry, that's for tomorrow, but that should be an easy win. 16 versus 30, that should be easy. State of Power matchmaking, we know soon, so that's gonna be okay as well. And next week we have, yeah, so I'll stream Tuesday next week. I might do it's gonna be hard to wait to do the push. It's gonna be really hard to wait to do the push, but I'll try to wait to either record my push or to be streaming to do it. Sometimes I just do it when I wake up in the morning. I'm just like, I just want to make points, and just, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Okay, really bad. So let's reset. Basically, it cost me 12 to open, and then 15, and then 18, whatever. It's gonna cost me forever. When with that amount of, you know, of tickets, I can have a lot more chance to win in the next board, basically. Especially because that board is not that good, and this one is not that good as well. But that I need, you know. At least I need that. Everything else I don't really care about. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we refresh. And that's a bit better. Some things I care about, but very low amount for 5. That's okay. Half of them are okay. It's not a great board. 1, 2, oh, first time. So that's really good. Really happy with that. I don't care about something else, so I'll go to this one. So this one is not really good as well, but a bit of, you know, bit of that ×2. It's, you know, whatever. That the usual kind of. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or ×2. So let's go again and let's do this one. Yeah. Could have been, you know, would have been better on anything else, basically. So let's do, we can do 1 or 2 more boards. So let's reset. That's again not amazing, but you know, these 4s are okay. That's a bit low. That's all of that is a bit low. I've seen the red and I was like, good, but that's not the right number. Okay. So what's left? ×2. Yeah, but that's costing too much. So we'll do 1 more board and hope to get lucky. That's good. Gems, Fire Crystal. So let's see if we, you know, what we can do. We're gonna get a tiny bit, but not much. So I have, how much I have? I can do 2 more. Yeah, that's it, guys. I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough for today. No need to buy the other ones. I get far enough Fire Crystals for when for pushing on Monday for buildings. I'll push on Monday on building. I'll put everything Fire Crystal 8 except the War Academy. I'll keep it a bit lower. I might push for 6 for War Academy. I kind of have a weird feeling that T12 is not that far. And I'm far from being maxed here, but I'm kind of have a feeling that T12 is not that far. and it should be that building. So I might push to level 6, but if it's never coming to fire crystal, you know, to T12, it's a waste. So I don't know, but I'll push embassy, command center, and then infirmary. And I'm just worried that's not enough fire crystal used to really rank well. So that's why I was considering doing level 6 here, but that's not really smart. That's not really a good thing to do. So I don't know. So how did it went for Legion 2? They finished 2 and these guys were crushing them. Yeah, they probably had some of these, you know, kind of players that are crazy. That are crazy strong. So we have a lot of things to do. I mean, but a lot of XP to use. So where do we put it? I think we put it on marksman. Yeah, 3 level. It's not that much actually. I thought it would be a bit more. I thought it would be a bit more. So let's do. So they are doing bear, so that's okay. Yeah, they have decent. Let's do labyrinth. Let's see either tech. So tech, I did not improve anything forever, so let's try something different. For a bit, let's see how it works. That was not too bad. That's actually very close, so maybe with a bit of luck we get it. Yes, we got it. So I did not, I mean I improved 1 level of fire crystal tech. And that's really close again, so let's see. Okay, so I have a good margin when I'm lucky with the troops. Yeah, that's a no match. That's a no match, so that level is a lot stronger. What am I missing? Yeah, health little. It's not too bad, right? But they have better defense. I have better health. Let's see what we can do, but that's the end of, you know, that's the end of level kind of bosses, and they are always harder. They are always quite harder. So let's do the Dark Forge, which is Chief Gear, which I did not improve forever. So unless that troop ratio works a bit better, there is no point. I'll push a lot of Chief Gear during SVS next week, so that will finally move. But that's nowhere near close. So even if I'm lucky, you know, that should be too much. And they have 2/3. They have a normal ratio like 33. But they really kill me on health and lethality, which you know, it's Chief Gear, so that's that's very normal actually, because you know it does not really give health and lethality. Actually, how does it give? I'm not sure how do they do the lethality in this one. Am I missing something? Chief Gear. It's not charms because you have another one for charms. So how do they take lethality? Unless it's including charms, that will be... I did not check that before actually. But let's count, let's calculate very quickly. No, because I don't have the same health and lethality from charms on all troops, right? I don't. I have different level of charms, so if the reports give me the same amount on all of them, it's probably like a baseline or something that the game gave you or something like that, yeah. Dark Frost, all stats up. Okay, so that's it's not the stats of your gear, is your gear. I actually never paid attention to that one. Your gear is buffing the percentage of stats you have, basically. Okay, fair enough. Doesn't really matter anyway. Doesn't really change much to know that. Just upgrade gears, get better results. That's basically it. That we've done. I think it's mostly good for tonight, guys. 1 minute 20. I'll do my arena a bit. I'm really... where is... I lost everything. I did not want it to open that. I'm actually very excited for next week because that's been 3 months of savings. I'm low on heroes, on the new heroes. I have the shard to max them out. I have like so much charms and pets and everything upgrades to do, and that's kind of really looking forward to see the new power and the new stats basically. That will be really, really cool, and hope to be ranking first as well for the event. Do I get this one? Yeah, I get this one. So that's, you know, that's not too hard to... I'll be top 10. That's actually, sometimes I'm a bit higher. So people kind of did decent this time. Sometimes I'm top 5 and I'm a bit... You know, I don't do much with my farm. I basically do 4 of these training missions a day, plus Polar Terror on these missions, right? So let me go on my main to try to snipe one. So I don't really do much in my standards, but you know, most people don't do as much somehow. So let's get it. So that's not the way you want to refresh mission. You don't want to refresh them as they appear. You want to refresh them all in one. Okay, nothing. I'll wait for the 30-sec one. How many? 1, 2, 3. 3 of them, and then if not, I'll just claim my troops and I'll train some more and you know, gently go to bed. Do I need to do one more mission? I think Mighty is okay with where. I don't think he's gonna push. He doesn't have any mission. And if he push while I sleep, you know, that will be good for him. So 1, 2, training, no training, so that's done and dusted. Let's change that to 15, so they 15, 27. That's good enough. That's pretty bad routine. You just, you know, do everything you have to do, claim everything you have to claim. So hopefully, if you don't sleep for 12 hours, you get something when you come back. That's, you know, that's from my state, so I try not to go that dude. I might have a chance. It's, you know, similar power, but okay, that's good. These dude I will crush because they don't have Bradley. Like, something to know, in the Gen 7, Bradley is amazing, the black guy in the middle. So if someone has Bradley and is far stronger than mine, it's, you know, it can be very tough. This dude, like, he's a monster in arena. See, I get crushed. But his guy don't have it, so that's gonna be easy peasy. So you kind of have to check. Do people have Bradley, basically? I'll try Cassandra. See, like, I'm getting crushed. That's gonna be easy win, that should be. No Bradley, that's simple as that. And that's my farm, so that's good enough. I don't really care. So I'll do big push on both accounts, because this farm I've been saving up for 3 months as well, because we had the last 3 SVS prep were jokes. Like, we won in the first 2 hours, we kind of knew we were winning anyway, so I did not push, except Fire Crystal. So I'll push Fire Crystal again. Maybe not, actually. If I see it's won on Monday, I'm not gonna push Fire Crystal, I'm just gonna do the heroes. So I get, you know, I can do arenas and I can do everything, so I'll push on Edis and I'll push on Bradley, and that's the only thing I'll push on the farm. If it's an easy prep phase, and if it's not, I'll go all in, but I have a shit ton of stuff, right? Lot of shards, even, you know, some widgets, some essence stones, quite a bit, good amount of shift gear, some charms, but I don't do events that give a lot of charms on my farm, so I'm kind of lagging behind. Lot of pet stuff. Where are the Fire Crystal showing any? I forgot about that one. Are they in resources? Yeah. So that's a good amount. I don't think I can push towards. I might be able to push. I need to calculate, but I will be able to push. That's how much. So that's 240 times 5. 240 times 5. Okay, that's 1,200, and that's 20 times 5, so that's 100. So basically, I can push 1 camp. Yeah, I can push 1 camp. Maybe 2 camps if I really push for the... If I convert a bit more, I might push 2 camps of HC8. So that will be actually quite good. So if I need to push, so that's gonna be very decent. I have like a good 120 days of research as well. So, you know, 120 days of training. So that's a really good... I might be able to be top 10 actually with the farm. You know, very small chance for top 5, but I don't think so. But small chance for top 10. Good chance for top 10. Which means a good amount of Edith shards, basically. That's a good thing. And if not, I'll keep saving. I just wish we have a good, you know, we have a good prep phase at some point, so I can actually, you know, progress my farm. But I don't really care. I don't fight with it. I don't really use it. You know, it's just piling up on resources. And somehow I did not do my labyrinth here. So let's do that quickly. Then we'll check everything on the main, and then it will be, you know, time to go to bed for me, guys. So if you have any, you know, last minute questions, anything, please ask. What else? I'll go soon. It's 10:30, so time to go to bed. Sorry. And I'll be back tomorrow for Foundry, same time. So we'll do an hour and a half. At least, you know, good hour, because Foundry plus a bit of time after. But I don't think there is any interesting events tomorrow. So today we have a bit of Mia's Fortune to do. But tomorrow I don't think we have much going on. I'll do my arena with you because that's, you know, close enough to bedtime. So that's gonna be a free win. Draco, it does not have Bradley, so that should be a win as well. That dude, he has her and he has her max, so that's he looks quite weaker than me, but that's totally someone we could lost. So my power is 26 million, right? So I have 6 million more, which is a lot, right? It's like 30% more power. But that lineup, I have a very good chance to lose against, because he has max Edis and max Bradley nearly. And my Bradley is not max because that will be next SVS, so... Tamerk is still without... That's our strongest player, but he removed most of his gear, so... He's actually... not really strong right now. Let's look at her. I should be able to kick her butt. So it's really funny. Gen 7 is like, do they have a Bradley? And if they have, then you run away. See, like, that's really weird to me. This one, I need to watch the replay. Oh, but they have Bradley. Okay, fair enough. Let's look at it. Why we lose? We have the same lineup, so they're rooming. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. But they no-match me. Like the dude has exits. Let's watch it again. ×1. So somehow, yeah. I mean, it was the same, right? Both. Somehow their marksmen survive a lot longer, right? And okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna try again. He looked a lot weaker, and I was like, that could be a free win, but it's not. When they have Bradley, it can really go bad quickly, so... That's kind of annoying so far, but next week it will be solved. Next week it will be solved. So next week, guys, I'll mostly be making pushing videos on SVS, kind of, you know, gameplay and fun stuff, and work on my Discord. So I might not make very like a detailed guide and anything. I'll work on my Discord so I can open it up. And everything you've seen on the video, you will have at some point a written form of it, so you can just copy it to your alliance if they don't, you know, I'll have a translating bot as well on Discord, so, you know, whatever language you speak, you know, just click a button and you get it in your language, or you put it in ChatGPT. Actually, let's look at it actually together. I don't know if YouTube is allowing that yet for me. That's really something I wish to have, and you can help me by subscribing, basically. Let's pick a live stream from the past. Let's take the 5 hour from Tyrant, and if you download, what do you download? You download the image. You cannot download the script or a transcript of the video. That's weird. But that would be amazing, basically. Let's look at that together quickly. And let's move it here. To get a transcript from a YouTube video. So maybe not on the live, but maybe then on the video themselves. No, you cannot, right? Yeah, I don't know how it works. It says on the internet that you can get a transcript from a video, but basically, guys, what you can do, whichever content creator you want, if you can find a transcript of their videos, you put it into ChatGPT and they can, you know, translate it for you and read it for you, basically. So that's something I really would like to have on the channel. Oh, you have the transcript. You have it in the description. That's amazing. Okay, so that's something I'll make a Discord guide about as well for people to follow, basically. To follow the video if they don't speak English, to follow the content of the video at least, to have it explained to them by AI. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for me. I really need to go to bed. I'm tired. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for Foundry. That will be, we'll see, maybe maybe 6:30 UTC or 6:45, depending a bit on, you know, do we have some kind of events tomorrow? But MIA 14 is over. We'll know our opponents for matchmaking. You know, officer project, but whatever. It's a very quiet day, so maybe I'll just pop on for Foundry and, you know, stay a bit after, depending on you guys. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.